JLG Industries presents the proper operation video for the 3013 SkyTrak Telehandler. Proper training is the first step towards qualifying an operator to operate any classification of JLG equipment. In addition, the operator must be familiarized with the specific machine model that they operate regarding the features, functions, devices, limitations, and operating characteristics which are outlined in the Operation and Safety Manual. This video is one part of JLG's safety video series, which includes a pre-start inspection, function check, and familiarization. The keys to safe and proper use of any JLG equipment are in the following 5 steps: workplace inspection, walk-around inspection, function check, proper operation, and proper shutdown. Every day, as you prepare to use any JLG equipment, you should take the time to remember these 5 steps. The 3013 SkyTrak is a Class 7 rough terrain forklift. It is a powered industrial truck designed for rough terrain use, and the intended purpose of this machine is to carry, push, lift, stack, or tier material. Once you arrive at the worksite, it is very critical to clear the area of hazards before operating. Always walk your worksite to check the pathway prior to operating in that area. Check for holes, bumps, drop-offs, obstructions, debris, and other potential ground hazards. Ensure all hazards are physically identified with paint, cones, signs, and other items that will stand out. Check for overhead wires and their height compared to the machine's lift height. Keep in mind that your machine does not provide protection from contact or proximity to electrical current. Follow the minimum approach distance guidelines as outlined in the Operation and Safety Manual. Never operate a telehandler without a proper and legible capacity chart in the operator cab for the telehandler and attachment combination you are using. Always maintain 3 points of contact when entering or exiting the machine. When picking a load, approach loads slowly and squarely and level the forks. The forks must be aligned with the fork openings of the load. Before picking a load, first you must determine the weight and load center of any load you intend to lift. Once in position, apply the parking brake, place the transmission control lever in the neutral position, check the machine level indicator. Slowly raise or lower the boom depending on the height of the load, and extend the boom to insert the forks into the fork openings of the load. Once the forks have been safely inserted into the load and the load has been lifted, tilt the load to rest against the backrest. Retract and lower the boom to the travel position. When transporting a load, keep the load as low as possible to maintain visibility of all mirrors. If the load being carried obstructs forward view, travel with the load trailing. When ascending or descending grades in excess of 5%, loaded rough terrain forklift trucks shall be driven with the load upgrade. Before placing any load, ensure landing point can safely support weight of the load and is level front to back and side to side. Use the capacity chart to determine safe boom extension range. Align forks at the level the load is to be placed, then extend the boom slowly until the load is just above the area where it is to be placed. Lower the boom until the load rests in position and the forks are free to retract. With the forks free from the weight of the load, the boom can be retracted and the telehandler can now be driven from the landing area to continue work. Once the machine is parked in a safe and secure location on a flat, level surface, the following shutdown procedures are to be followed. Apply the park brake, shift the transmission to neutral, lower the forks or the attachment to the ground, operate the engine at low idle for 3 to 5 minutes. Do not over-rev the engine. Shut off the engine and remove the ignition key. Exit the telehandler properly using 3 points of contact. Properly operating the machine helps you to complete your work safely. Safe operation is critical to avoid potential hazards. Beginner operators should practice these safe procedures before operating on actual work sites with an experienced and qualified operator. If you require further clarification on operating your machine, contact us at 1-877-JLG-LIFT or visit us online at jlg.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.